So this is our lab 4, and this is part A where we do the heat treatment for the Germany bars like this. We have 4 of them, and this one is the 1045. And during this experiment, we have to wear all safety equipments like the helmet, the gloves, and the apron, because the temperature of the oven now is 925 degrees Celsius.
So now we will put the specimens inside the oven to start the heat treatment. We are holding the Germany bar with this tool. Open the oven. Start it. Super hot.
So here is an example of our specimen. We are going to put it in the hole right here. And you see there is water coming from the bottom of the specimen. And so the specimen one end, it is water quenched. The other end is air cooled. And we are going to put this thermocouple on top of the specimen. And we can record the temperature of the specimen with this thermocouple, and the data is going to be on the computer.
After 1 hour of heat treatment, we are now getting the Germany bar from inside the muffle furnace, and we are gonna put it inside the tank. So now we are putting the thermocouple in the Germany bar. And we are recording the temperature data on the computer. You can see the sample is getting water quenched from below and air cooled from above.
Alright, so here is our Germany bar. After heat treatment, we remove the black layer outside the specimen, and then we draw a line like this, and this is a 2-inch line. And for the first inch, we mark it every 16th of an inch, and for here we mark every 1/8 of an inch, and for the end we mark it every 1/4 of an inch. And then we are going to do the Rockwell C hardness testing for this specimen under the marks. So here we have the diamond-shaped tip of the hardness testing. And what we are going to do is to move the mark right under the tip. And let's do for the first one here. We are going to move this up and make sure the diamond tip is pointing directly at the mark. A little more. Okay, so we stop when we feel it is touching. And then we are going to rotate these 3 more circles. Okay, so if you see the big needle here, now we are going to rotate it for the first circle. 1, 2, and 3. At 3, we want to make the big needle vertical, but plus minus 5 degrees within this range should be fine. And then at 3 circle, you can also see the small needle is pointing at the red dot over here. And then we are going to zero this with the black numbers, because black numbers is the C scale and the red number is the B scale, and we are doing C scale in our lab. Let's just zero this. And now we are going to push back this handle. And if we push back, there is the main loading applied on the specimen. And we are going to wait for 5 seconds before it stables. And now we can remove the main loading by pulling forward this handle. Okay, so if we read the black number where the big needle is pointing, that's the hardness of our specimen at this spot. And if we read this is 10, 20, it's like 20.6 Rockwell C. And now that's it for this spot, and then we are going to unload it and move on to the next spot. Make sure it is pointing directly at your spot. Okay. 1, 2, and 3 circles. Okay. Zero it again. Apply the main loading. And remove the main loading. And here is the reading. So here is 40 HRC. Okay, and we just do exactly the same thing for all the spots in your specimen.